Well, hello people of Lifeless Planet, I'm GGP. We're recording at night. Yes, I'm recording at night. Mostly because this day I was working, then I have the panels I need to draw, and then some information. Again, information was not so big. And once again, yeah, was procrastinating, plus work, plus that stuff. And mostly, yeah, making another thumbnail video. Mostly again, okay, I really want to make this thumbnail video now because I'm kinda going to the hospital for 1 week. Well, my plus, minus, it could be more, it could be less, I'm not sure still. But I'm going to the hospital, so I kinda want to deliver all the videos to not have anything. And then plus I'm still waiting on this hiatus news. Which again, bloody hell, I've been waiting for this news for so bloody long that I'm already treating myself as like a joke. Like not like, how can I describe this? You know those YouTubers who like make those false drama or like say some false information about their lives? I kinda feel like this type of YouTuber, like this hiatus is actually happening. But I talk about it so much often, but it's still not coming yet. Like I start talking about it like way before. And I think like every freaking time as the opportunity I have I will freaking bring it up. Mostly because again that stuff. So yeah, kind of hating talking about my hiatus that much, but again, I kind of want to talk about this much so you were prepared. I don't bloody hell, I think people can be prepared for YouTuber not uploading for 12 months. If it's even happening. Bloody hell, not, but again, God's no. God's freaking no. On this note, what can I say? Yeah, next final video, it will be very short. Again, I just want to finish it to have no extra content. Because again, maybe I will start uploading more, maybe rarely right now, because again, they will make contents which again will not get uploaded. But I actually could work on my drawing channel as well. I have so many free days, I could actually just work on my drawing channel as well. Maybe the pause on my drawing channel was to order of decision. Okay, like, let's go for the thumbnail. The first one will be for GTA. And like always, GTA freaking make me think about stuff. First of all, it's make me think about freaking my playing racing game and shooter games, what it make me feel. Also, I just realized those gameplay shooters and that stuff, it's mostly just like a background noise to me. I don't process information at all. It's not bringing me so much fun that I will bloody enjoy this one, but also, it's not in my nerves. Okay, sometimes it does get on my nerves. Hello, dependable on the situation. Mostly if I have enough recording space, I will be fine. Although maybe right now it was getting on my nerves. In this gameplay session, I was flying a plane. And for flying on plane, you need to use the side of keyboard. You know, like keyboard have, okay, it does not have sides, it's like, there's like text, and there's like buttons, something like a pin code you like would put on this ATM. To fly I need to use this side, which again I didn't figure out at first, because I was using this button on the top, with letters. Because I thought it was letters and I knew to use letters, but no, I need to use this pin code button, so I will call the side like this one. And again, in this video you can see how freaking dusty it is, that I bloody never freaking use this side of the keyboard. It's dusty as hell. But it also means that I need to clean my keyboard more often. Okay, I would say I'm the type of cleaning guy. I mean, I will clean stuff, it's like getting way too messy. I will clean stuff back then, but mostly I'm not a part of the person who clean stuff like on daily basis. Like I only clean stuff when it's like really messed up. Like when I have a ton of juices right here, or when I have like a fuckable dust. I don't know, like I do dust sometimes, but again it's like happen very rarely. The same goes for vacuum and that stuff. Mostly for the guy who like to wash his hands very often, I'm not the type of person who will keep my room very clean. Okay, the floor I keep clean. I keep floor very clean because sometimes I need to be on this floor to interact with some stuff or that stuff. And mostly, yeah, I do interact with the floor, so I need to keep it clean. Some place where it's dust, it's the place I usually don't use. Like this keyboard. Or the keyboard. Man, like the button side, I get the meme where you can tell what button guy pressing. You can easily tell what button I'm pressing. Literally, you can see exactly what type of button I'm pressing, and surprisingly, it's working on games. I press work button in games so much often that I can tell I use these buttons. They're like the blackest buttons here. Other than some have this grayish tint to them, and some of them have these circles. So yeah, freaking this meme is freaking real. As you can say, and I can see freaking buttons I bloody never use. I can see them. This button I never use, this button I never use, this button also never use. What's the point of this button? What symbol is it here? I can never bloody use it. But also for GTA, okay, well, I have really big trouble with planes, and it took me time to realize that I need to use this one. It's like, just randomly click me. Like again, it just was random snap in my brain, like maybe it was this side of the keyboard. But also like, let's say it's not also randomly. Okay, with this side of the keyboard I've never bloody used it, except for one case, I have a Kung Fu Panda game, where I need to press this side. But I think I can just press simple 5, but for some reason my brain connected that I need this side of the keyboard as well. I did need this side of the keyboard and I just thought I could press 5 now. Well, not now, long ago. I would say I no longer think about Kung Fu Panda games I used to have. What's your favorite? How long is it play? Although it's my national language. I don't bloody have subtitles and messing with the disc. I have to check it and I think I can switch the language very easily. But also, for that not much I can say. Also for that stuff I never bloody interact with this side of the keyboard ever in my life. I don't probably have some hotkeys, which I bloody never used. Did I? Totally did. Actually, thank God it still worked. I thought it was not working. Well, okay, after some cleaning, I'm probably sure it will be working. So for this farm will be Horny Me, Moody Me, because again I don't draw them often. Okay, Horny Me I draw very much often, the Moody Me not so much. And again the planet is on fire, and once again it's like very simple background, I didn't have any desire to do something serious. With very small people to show his craziness, well, like not craziness, him being moody. I think, well, okay, I will not say I was like super moody, but again, irritated slightly. But then get a kind of it and was pretty calmish. It's with my moodiness, the second I get calm, I get calm. So I don't forget, I forget about stuff very easily. Plus I like very simple background. For next background, or for next farm node will be Lord Bung. That's an interesting case. Okay, with Lord Bung, it's a YouTuber I used to watch, still kind of watch. But the channel got deleted and sadly, okay, like I'm a type of person who hates when stuff is not able to be obtained. Like I hate when games removed, I hate when movies, TV shows are removed. That's like information make me sad. No matter what, it always makes me sad. Okay, not always. Yeah, always. It's like a new opportunity to watch, but now I will never have this opportunity. And mostly the same thing will be confinement. Actually, it's even hit me much harder because I used to watch the series and used to enjoy this series. Okay, let's say kinda did forget about the series slightly. Let's say I watched confinement and was before my reacting. Again, the reason I reacted to it is because I enjoyed the series when I was reacting it the first time. But the second time I started reacting to it and not so blind reaction, kinda hit me less. So kinda lose this part. So yeah, well sadly man, I would like to see the continuation of the series. Once again, the sex scene was pretty funnish. But again, there was some drama and again... Yeah, drama... Man, I don't know, it's like drama with where I only care about Lord Bung. So like, I have no idea who Orion and Kiwi is. But sadly... Yeah, I don't know, it's like it was very confused to me, lots of mix of emotions. Like again, the side of me which again want to be mad at Lord Bung and want to defend him. But mostly they cannot be on the single side. But also like very sad that my show which I enjoy will never get the continuation. And that lost all tons of content. Okay, now it got re-uploaded. That's why I reacted to this, I reacted to re-upload. So nothing is lost. But also it's like the Blank Chronicle, which again I kinda regret not watching earlier. Because I don't know, I kinda saw it but I never have desire to watch it. And then I have a reaction channel, I have all desire to watch it. There was a bunch of other shows. Okay, not shows, there was like Cars History, Collision. Which again I find very interesting. Plus again I do like this world building built from our world, but the species or the history is changed to fit the creatures or that stuff. So kinda like this one. Plus again it will change, depends on what creature we're dealing with. And so kinda like this. But also, okay, I kinda said we lost lots of those concept art and we lost these comics. Okay, I found one new comics about Connor vs. Halloween. I found these comics. But mostly we lost the comics about Connor psychologist vs. psychologist, or I don't know. But also I found lots of concept art which I never seen before with those tribe people. And I hope they will get slightly more uploaded, maybe. I honestly don't know. But also, I think we saw, actually I think there's like a guy who revealed the full plot of the episode 8 and 9. Well, not full. Basically the idea of the episode. And like some big plot in the series. So basically, the one I'm fine with. Again, I would say with TV shows I'm usually just fine. Again, I like, when they exist I'm fine, when they don't exist I become sad. but most of the rest more than I bloody enjoyed this one. Okay, but saying Campam was not a series I bloody was enjoying crazily. It was decent, it was to my interest. I would say maybe I liked it. But after like second reaction I kinda was more neutral. So for this panel, I decided to say goodbye to Lord Bung. With maybe no return, with possible return, I'm still not bloody sure. Yeah, not sure, it's like still can be decisive. Wave Corner freaking meeting with Final Death and Bung Chronicle becoming scared because the series... Okay, when the series stopped being made? Like I know the series stopped being made like fully overshadowed by Campaign. But like was it stopped... Okay, I think there was some reference to some new, which kinda shocked me. Okay, but say whenever people make reference to Mega Evolution, some music, some movies, I'm very shocked by them because again I have very better understanding of time and when what was created. And it's really hard for me to imagine the series created so that young. No, like it's not being made in this recently. Me it was like a series which again exists on all days of YouTube. But then it's like freaking precious. I would say Lord Bung is like a precious YouTuber. Unless I will never know because now I cannot check when I created the channel. Yeah, I used to pronounce correctly. Because I sometimes have problem with remembering what pronounce it is. Or shade and I think that's it. So yeah. For this one, okay, I make Connor, but again it's slightly different hair. Like his hair is totally different. What's maybe like head shape? Okay, that's totally like different I totally see, but again it's like very close to original. And Bung, man, it's not just simple to tell to scale it out. It does not look like how he look in the how they look. Actually, will be the same pronounce. I question it constantly. Is Bung the dino? Is the same Bung as the person? But it's like completely different person. I use completely different pronouns. Although I think Bung constantly like put themselves. Anyway, the second of my pronouns, I bloody start noticing that I use pronouns. Which again, man, I bloody never remember using pronouns. I never pay much attention to it. But when there's like some person who wants specifically called something. That's like the one case where I actually try to think about my pronouns. But I think I constantly like making mistake with my pronouncing. Even when it's like just simple guy. Sometimes I could use she for the guy who would use he, him. Which again, says gender and that stuff. So I even fail with cisgendering. But also, and I kinda lose my thought. Yeah, I bloody lose my thought. Yeah, Bung like to put himself in the cartoon so like it's the character is Bung. I mean with Bung it's having his exactly the same name. The main personality. Actually kinda. Yeah, actually could be kinda because again there were moments of this knowledge and there was moments of depression and sadness and people living. It was again kind of being I'm not sure. And with Connor, think unintentionally, but personality I wouldn't be able to tell. Although his Connor personality is the same as Bung. I think more trustworthy and maybe less of knowing. But once again, I don't think there was lots to tell exactly Connor personality on 100%. Because I'm making this video so much longer. Okay, it will be probably 1 hour version video. I think like last time, or maybe not last one. Okay, before I can maybe like change speed slightly. But on this note, let's go to the next drawing. The next drawing will be for Satina, Hannah Daigle, and other stuff. Okay, so basically the next reaction will be for the whole Hannah Daigle channel, with Satina episode, Satina shorts, and some podcasts with information. And also again, I think we'll soon get the full Satina series, well, episode season and that stuff. Which again, I'm not gonna watch until we get like the first episode, and then maybe we can watch it as a trailer. Although maybe it's like, although it's a sneak peek, so it will be just inside what this episode. What's for Hannah Daigle? I learned a lot about her, a lot about her team. Okay, with this podcast I watched the highlights, so there's some information that would be missing, because again, these highlights probably just go with the funniest and the most interesting. So I just know one of the team worked with person who come from Africa to have a few of elephants. Is it from Africa? I'm being racist right now. I think totally was something about elephants and the guy having a few of elephants. And then we learn about what that she can tell the joke by the persons. I think we kinda learned her auto did we? Unless I don't remember. Actually, it's an interesting thing. For the thumbnail or icon of the channel, some tiny chibi person. But like Hannah Daigle, I think use she, her, unless I'm wrong. Also, like this tiny person. Okay, like man, like I can tell his gender or their gender. It's like Shibia. It could be a woman. It could be her. I think it's sort of like that she just decided to draw herself in a chibi form. And that's exactly why I did this. It's my art character in art style of this kind of Daigle song. Okay, her first video with this. I call him Joey Droid. And you're like, yeah, that's how I call him. I decided to be close to him again with blue eyes. No coloring, except for hair and eyes, because I want that to be some color so forgotten. I was back on being very lazy. But I decided to do this little sign of horns because again, Satina. And mostly, okay, it's like very simple fun because mostly this video there was lots. Okay, man, I maybe could draw them as stuff, also because there was so many things I watched. There's not exactly an idea for fun like I have in my mind, so I decided to go with. Okay, this will be more interesting, like drawing a complete new art style and maybe doing something my character's doing. Also, I can see that I did the shadow. Okay, I think I started to do the shadows whenever my character is like full body. Also, I want to master the shadows. Because I think I started doing lots of new stuff with my characters. I think I started doing them this Yuvala. In this thing in your mouth. Yuvala. Nah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Man, lots of new stuff I'm trying. Like shadows and Yuvala. Nah, I don't know. Stop trying. But then it's not for the next character. Well, for next farm. Okay, this farm is bloody simple. I'm minus the lumpy arm. It's always my minus. It's always a lumpy drawing. I'm not able to draw a cricket straight line. And also, I'm not glad to fixing it that often. Because I think I used to fix. I don't. Okay, when it's like very shitty, I do fix it. I think in the past I used to fix them way more. I like would draw constantly until I get this perfect arm. I would remember freaking cutting. Yeah, I remember in all this when you're like. I thought maybe I did stop that. I remember all this. I would see the moment when I like draw the lines constantly, and I would cut it. And when I finish the perfect line, I will put it there. So I cut it between those moments. I think I stopped doing this. Maybe I have to go with the full version where I draw the lines in a movie. I don't think it's always happening. Well, no, it's happened a couple of times. But again, I would say maybe I just not noticing it anymore. Because again, I cannot talk. And these all days I didn't have any talk video. It was just music and during projects without me talking. Now I'm talking, I kinda think like the talk video will be what get your attention. Again, I'm not always sure. Okay, am I like interesting of talking? I don't know, it depends. There's sometimes moments I like it when I talk. There's some moments I feel nothing when I talk. And there was some moments where I don't think I hated my talk. I mean, sometimes I thought it was very boring. I never bloody hated it. I don't know, like, what do you think about me talking? I find it decent. Okay, maybe like sometimes I have mumble. Maybe sometimes I can make my thoughts. As I would say, 1 minute of talking. And as for other stuff, I think I'm fine-ish. Or not. Okay, so the next funnel will be for Lifeless Planet, and that's the one interesting. Because I think for these funnels I start doing lots of references in them. I think with a lot of funnels I want to do the reference. And lots with my drawings I want to do the reference. But with some drawings I try to hold myself. This one I go full reference. I would think there will be a ton of references. Okay, let's say the next video will be a reference. It will be reference to Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, so in this video, we kinda have the game of language barrier, where this woman was talking to us in Russian, and we need to understand what she's saying. Like, she's like always talking in Russian. Just mostly, I never really acknowledge that I need to understand what she's saying. Actually, when she talks, is there even a subtitle when she talks? I honestly don't remember what. Actually, when she talked, was there a subtitles when she was talking, or I just have to bloody understand Russian now? Well, I learned a couple of new words. And again, the words I start using more often. Also, I would say I kind of have a desire to watch some cartoons and stuff from different language. Like, have this language barrier and like watch this stuff. Okay, I can say like now I'm doing the Russian stuff mostly. Okay, am I actually doing the Russian stuff? The Russian stuff I watch them in dub. Like Meta Family and my Student Spirit. That's like the only Russian stuff I watch, and I watch them in dub. I kind of want to start maybe watching to more YouTubers in Russian with subbing. Like to maybe, I don't know, like check the content how it's supposed to be, like how it's meant to be viewed for me, also person who watch them. But also would say, and I want to learn some language of reaction stuff I do, but I'm on a level when I can slightly communicate. Like not full grammar, just slightly communicate. But also like I would say it's like bloody hard because it's completely brand new language. And also okay, what language can I do? Well, I watch Cars. And one of his videos was following his natural language, which is Dutch. I watched video in Dutch, but again, not just like some words are just exactly the same as the English one. Checking the movie was like this one. And with other stuff, man, again, probably anime and it's Japan, so I kind of would know learn Japan. But I kind of know some words like mate, okay, personally, I guess the exact pronounce, but again, there's like a word like this. So for this thumbnail, man, for that findings, the lady will be the girlfriend, the cosmonaut will be the boyfriend, and mostly try to be like very close to friend and findings, obviously with some minus of me being having shitty arm and not being able perfection and having some problem with my proportion. Let's say for positioning, try to adapt it very close to this one. With green eyes, hair, I think she have this. I thought she was bald, but she have this bun with this little pigtail. And for this guy, I decided to boyfriend shape, but again, shabby because again, this shabby suits. He must again put some shading, okay, only on a guy. On the woman I put nothing, only underneath the shadow underneath her rock. Again, we putting shadows on the persons. I think I'm not doing this one correctly though. I think it's like it look pretty unnatural. Yeah, might be more to the center, all that stuff. Also some gradient tool on the rocks back there, some gradient tool on the sky. Actually I started using lots of gradient tools. Well, because it's look freaking great again with gradient tools. Once again, yeah, it's like very self-explanatory, and again trying to be close to the original to this one. Mostly, again, they will speak a Russian word, English word, and again, this davai. React used to say this so many times. I'm not sure, what she was saying, bravo, which again means right. What she was saying, bravo. I don't remember. Honestly, lots of your works I don't remember. I remember there was stoy. Okay, that's like I only remember level. Stoy. And давай. Just say, what else she said? She said something else. I don't remember. Honestly, like, I can only remember those words, which again, single-use words. Like, it's not a sentence, it's a word. The sentence she was saying, I didn't understand nothing. Although, mate is also like a repeat of one word constant times. So that's why I kinda learned it, because again, it was repeated so many times. I learned this word from Overlord. Again, when he was fighting this dragon and oh, it's another actor. He said mate, and again, it's like was single word with one meaning, and I kinda learned it this way. When it's a sentence, I will bloody get confused. So again, maybe, I don't know, maybe there will be time when I bloody decide to like Google it, and maybe Google some words, and maybe learn language slightly. Not like the grammar, but, you know, so I could speak slightly. Then I thought the next one will be for my Hello Boss. Well, yeah, Hello Boss, I was correct, but yeah. Hello Boss and that's my series into different zones. Okay, so next one will be video for me drawing my characters in Hello Boss style, Hellhounds OC. Yeah, I bloody like imagine what type of creature my OC will be. And I want to do the same creature in a different art style, because again it will be a nice interesting idea. So for animals again decide to the core removal penguin, and this will be always this one, this will almost be this one. And again, with every creature there will be these unique types, like with creatures of mythical, the positive will be zombie, the medium will be the orc, and like the ready will be goblin. I decided to do the same thing with hellhounds, and my idea will adapt them to slightly different breeds of dogs. Again, with positive me, I kind of want to make him retriever, but then after okay, I kind of want to use natural colors with colors in the show. I think like hellhounds slightly grayish to blackish, and I don't think I like so any other colors. I think they're all mostly like these colors. So kind of like gold. Okay, maybe could grayish gold. But then I decided to change my mind to turn him into Chihuahua. And again, because I make him very small and kinda does fit him way more. So now when I draw him a dog, he will always be Chihuahua. I think I pronounced it super wrongly. Nah, it's a better spawn. Once again for this one, reference image try to do close eyes instead of like again black pupil with red or this white part, and again the color of the eyes, which again will be always the same. I always will do the same colors for the eyes because it's a rule. It's the rule. Okay, so the next will be next me who I turned him into Dalmatian. Okay, mostly again try to come up with original breeds. Once again, okay, we'll talk in the future. So the Mudimi will be this Rottweiler, the Corny will be just a wolf. Because again, we all know the wolf are bloody the hottest creatures there is. From the scary monsters, they become freaking sex symbol of America, of the whole full community. Okay, so here's the for the Mudimi. He kinda drinking the drink and he getting drunk. But again, he had no idea what the hell he's drinking, so he asking the question. And once again, for him I decided, okay, I want him to be original. I want him to be in original position. Others will just cheer, with me clapping, him drinking, the horny me will be checking the Beelzebubs out, and to be fair, kinda did develop a little bit crush on Beelzebubs. Kinda did hated her slightly because she kinda seemed to be like this alpha bitch, which again, well, not sure I would like this type of personality. That's showing some concern and showing some emotion, yeah, she's pretty fine. See what Vortex seen her. It mostly was just the act, so she's totally fine. So here go on holding me with a wolf, we're checking for Isle, the Moody me okay, with Moody me, when he's standing with the group, he also be standing statically. Like, he wanna be in his moody state when, like, there's problem happening in games. And reaction. This action didn't have any problems. What kinda did, again, it's always Blitz cheating on Stolas, which again, are they cheating? I think they're not even dated, so how the hell can he cheat on him? So kinda, yeah, I really feel bad for Stolas. That's like what happened to me with every episode of Hello Boss. Blitz is a terrible person, I feel bad for Stolas. Horny decided to turn his head chest into this fluff. And what else? I think for Greedy me I turned him into Paintball. And for... what other OCs I have? Oh no, wait, I have a new OC! The Void Self! Which again, the only one who doesn't help me at the ending. For Void Self, I turned him into this very long-nosed dog. Also, he kinda supposed to be like an nihilist me, who does not care about stuff, and then... no, I turned him into Puck! It's Greedy me, I turned him into Puck! Yeah, I kinda like to turn him into this creature, so... and he like kinda sitting on this position and cannot move his legs, so of course he will be honest in this position. He will be... wait, I was talking about negative self. I think he was totally enjoying this concert. Nah, he's not sitting statically. Well, he have no facial expressions. I guess all the party will bloody enjoy this concert. Well, is it even... yeah, it's a concert. Is it a concert? I think it's more of a party. It's like a rich kid private party. Which again, not so private that people can just come in. So it's kinda club with... and how can who can I call Beelzebubs? Like, I think she's like a queen of hell. Or, well, not the hell, a queen of gluttony. I think I switched the title, like Queen Bee of Gluttony. She called herself this way. So she kinda like a president of country going to some festival and hosting it and being part of it. Which again, I'm not sure how can people look at this. I think some people will laugh at it saying it's not how president is supposed to be acting, but some people will trust him because again, he being humanish. That's for Void Self. Okay, first of all, his iconic shirt with this V and jeans, and again, his outfit being the most different colors of them all. I think most for the other characters I used normal colors. Again, him having this very long nose, him having this thick legs. And again, I remember seeing one of those dogs freaking shaking and it's freaking ragdoll physique. I mean, it was a different kind of dog. Also him just being like the tallest and kind of was thinking about grouping him slightly. But I decided to change my mind. Okay, I did group him. I had his leg and maybe his hair. But also, again, he kind of standing behind the crew, so I guess some body parts of his will be hidden. Which again, I think like work for my case when I can hide something what I don't want you to see. Just like, I like to draw details for my characters and also that stuff. I like to draw details and sometimes they be hidden and sometimes, okay, I would say sometimes do intentionally hide stuff. Mostly not that often. Go back and decide to do something close to gluttony, again minimalistic because I bloody hate backgrounds. Well, not hate, like, okay, they'll make stuff look better, but again, man, I don't think I can like give another hour or that stuff for backgrounds. Plus transformers I just want to upload and then get to the next video. I'll make this video, montage this video, that stuff. So kinda don't wanna waste time. And also what happened with this farmers for today. Although again, plus of my hiatus and I again don't want to make stuff and not able to upload them at all. Like also, okay, I like to upload as much stuff as I can, as I possibly can. What's what can I say? For this art style, okay, I would say it's like not Hello Boss art style. Although again, as I said earlier, Hello Boss is one of those art styles I cannot bloody do at all. Not even like chameleoning it. Like I can do it at all. Not to, I think I can chameleon like a person in a static position. But when it's movements or some changes, I would say there will be noticeable differences. So I like very cyclic move. Not of them, I'm not like animating or doing proportion that stuff. I'm just making up drawings. I would say like improve my drawings. I mean I did improve. For the first months to this month I kinda did improve a lot. But also animation stuff I don't do often and I don't improve it this much often. But on this note, on this one I think that's enough to say. For Horny me did him this scrappy hair, was for other characters again Moody me having a different structure with the face. Let's say again, all characters are pretty self-explanatory. And again, they don't have this much of unique difference. So for next one, actually I bloody learned how to do this amazing dog nose from HELLUVA. It's like, I like these dog noses. Again, they look best on the positive and negative. On Horny, I think this Black Knights I did, which again Vortex have, I think maybe I did pretty wrongly. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe way too long, or maybe I need to learn how to draw wolves. But you know, watching HELLUVA will be a nice way to learn how to do that. But on this note, the next one will be for my gameplay of Beneath the Steel Sky. Okay, so next will be for the Great Defense on the Beneath the Steel Sky. In this game, either I do nothing, but I did one thing, so it can be called as an episode, or I did lots of things. In this one, I did lots of things. Get the new item, explore the new areas, and get some more stuff. Which again, I have no idea what they do. Okay, I cannot do, but now I have to work with them. So for this one, it will be a reference, and once again, because I did so many stuff, I was not solid idea for episodes. Once again, I would say I just walk around some apartments, check this stuff, do that stuff. For something that the only important stuff that happened to me, I get the Schriebmann port. And that's what we had the idea. Because I noticed the obvious reference to Chainsaw Man before the Chainsaw Man came to be. And because I do like Chainsaw Man a lot. Okay, I started watch Chainsaw Man after the anime, watch the manga, and now watching the manga because there's no episode about anime. So yeah, bloody fall in love with Chainsaw Man. Have unique storytelling. They both have very unique idea. It's come out freaking before Hero Academia. They did a reference. I don't even know. I never watched this anime. I kinda regret not doing it. So I decided to do this reference because again, first of all, give up balls to get the Schriebmann port. And once again, I kinda want to draw Chainsaw Man characters one day. I kinda want to create a new challenges. I like this monthly challenges. What I hate about monthly challenges, they monthly challenges. Like you need to draw one thing for every day of the month. I hate it because I hate deadlines. So kinda want to create a challenge which again will give ideas, and kinda want to do one of those challenges to be Chainsaw Man inspired. So I kinda do have desire to draw some Chainsaw Man stuff. I just can't get my hands into it. So I can decide to design these new Chainsaw characters who will be a Schriebmann port man. But because Schriebmann port is not a real thing, I decided to do a bunch of wires and turn him more of the router man. But mostly again because it's got ports, I mostly I decided to do what I like to do, like this wiry effect of the muscle and again the unsucked tentacles. With these little things which will connect them and fingers will look like these 5 things. And mostly again Chainsaw Man tips, Chainsaw Man jaw opening. Mostly I think for position I would slightly change it more to like him screaming like this one, but again I want you to see his face because I did put some details on face. And what's it's like, I think he's anyway storytelling. Again, a problem I think I faced a lot with my position of my characters. They look very, very basic. Like my characters look super basic in position. Man, I don't think I have like strong desire to give them like unique positions like them crawling or doing this hero posing of them. Okay, like I would say maybe them opening up and like being super mutative. That's how I want to do my positioning. I think it's more of the design than positioning. Also by positioning, I don't know, he kinda stayed statically, but I kinda did move his jaw slightly lower to create the effect of him actually screaming it. Because his jaw kinda looked close there and hard to tell that he's supposed to be screaming. Although, yeah, then the Chainsaw Man character stock, they just do actually move. Also his powers, man, he just have tendrils and he can move them and move them faster. He have tails and that's it, kinda like Spider-Man slash hentai. So kinda this one. And also the face of the Foster, and I think I have more. I just saw more. On my camera I saw more. Will not tell ya. So I need to remember that I need to put the box correctly. But back I decided to do this change of colors with those shading again, the shadows. But again, pushing shadows again. Whenever I bloody a party, I will always bloody put the shadows. Most for this one, that to be very close to the original Foster. And also again, also try this new third bubble effect. Again, I never bloody used. It's the first time I used this one. Also, would be bloody useful when I actually maybe continue some comic series I have. And also, I would say it's like interesting idea. Also, I would say it's like one of my most interesting farm. Okay, with TX maybe it's like not so interesting, but again, I didn't find like interesting farm. How can I say? The way of writing for this text, so I decided to use this bloody text. And for this one, okay, the character design and idea I bloody like. I would say one of my best farm yet. Simple, but the best one. Although, man, it's like put characters work there. I know Cactus' body kinda seamless with his clothes and that stuff, but the face and ideas I bloody like. And plus the forced idea there. But on this note, let's go to the next character, or the next thumbnail. Well, I haven't seen characters. Well, because there's characters. Next thumbnail will be for Home Alone. Okay, so for next thumbnail will be for Home Alone 5. Yeah, okay, I would say for this gameplay session I didn't do much. Did I do? Again, I would say with lots of my gameplays I kinda have this feeling. Did I do much in this gameplay session? Or was just punching and doing nothing? Because I don't know, like I play like for 59 slash maybe a bit more, like for hour, maybe 2. I must say I try always do like for 30 slash 59, like it's like 59 is my goal. But again, can I do lots of stuff at this period of time? I mean, with Stay I kinda do 2 levels and yeah, 2 levels and that's it. With some Sonic, 1 level, or maybe 2 levels, actually what time when I did 3 levels. So that's Sonic. Actually I think with Sonic it's the more zone and like half of the other zone. And what else? Else will be, yeah, Home Alone Finale. Like I play, I know the story, I meet the new characters, we play these new characters and get some information, so it's kinda like 4 things that happened to us. But also, there's lots of stuff that happened. And for this thumbnail, I decided to draw the pink girl, who's now Sweet Potato, and the bloody girl, who was, I think, like a ghost kid. And also she like know lots of stuff, so kind of the idea with this thumbnail that she's know way too much than she's talking about. Like, she kind of did reveal lots of information. Although she didn't reveal us who she is. She didn't reveal us what's going on. She didn't tell us not to go to the door, and she gave us the name. And she told the story of her death. Maybe. Still hard to believe. Okay, I want to believe. Okay, I honestly have no desire to believe anyone in the game. Like if I could go to, okay, I can now think and maybe I should not go to the store. Maybe I should give my trust to the blondie girl. I don't know if she's lying. Yeah, but I don't see her. The point in not trusting her. Then plus I'm kinda being prepared to the fact that she could lie to me. Kinda I'm ready to give my life to her lie. If she even lied. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, mostly I don't exactly disbelieve the cacti. Like I can't trust him. I can't trust this blondie girl. Mostly I don't think cacti have some mistrust in any of them. So basically, I will just maybe go with the girl because she kind of wants us to play the game. No, I think we're about to make a final decision, so I kind of maybe go with blondie girl. But the next one will be pretty interesting though. But again, for this final, man, very simple. Look huge, but again, not a huge way which I go super. Wow, what I did, I make amazing stuff. But you know, it's like, I would say it's very nice thumbnail. I like this thumbnail. But again, it's like simple thumbnail, although simple looking nice-ish. But on this note, again, the idea there is very simple. For background, decided to do that close to this room, but also the yellow part is kind of supposed to be the ceiling. So we're kind of looking from the paper point, so we're looking up. See the ceiling, the window, and the walls. And again, the sun kind of shining on these walls on the ceiling. So that's why I kind of use the gradient tool there. On this note, I also use lots of gradient tools. Bloody hell, start using gradient tools a lot. Well, I like it. I like the gradient tool. Plus also learn its name. But on this note, it will be next thumbnail, which again will be a big thumbnail. There's like lots of stuff in this thumbnail. I can also split on some segments of it. So the next thumbnail will be for Metarana. Okay, you know how in game and anime there's like a character card and like they have information in them. Like the clans, the skills, and Hero Academy is like the, well, with the hero in that stuff. One Plasma have these hero cards, and so on. So basically, in this game, there's this stuff as character cards. Mostly just leave information of your favorite dating place, your favorite characters, and your catchphrase and your username. So instead to create this card fully, cutting some information because I don't want like type lots of text. So yeah, it'll just be the catchphrase and the username. And plus my OC is in the art of this game, which is the name right there. It's like, okay, show me the name. Also, I bloody try to freaking write these Japanese letters. I think it's like basically the same university said, Geisha University, and try to create the symbol and try to create this paper, and it's like, okay, I kind of did cut it slightly, but I did put lots of work on this thumbnail. And I'd say this thumbnail, okay, this thumbnail is like, I don't know, I think it's like way too information dumps and way too much characters of mine. But nice I actually have like these 6 characters and they like bunch up nicely, like they stayed structurally together pretty much nicely. But that's for this thumbnail, for dollars of my C's in the art style of freaking, well, in the universe of this university. So basically, I don't remember who I draw. I draw the post of me who will hate the uniform and will not wear it. And his nickname, okay, for his nickname I will probably say it at the last. Like, I kind of think I will show the full drawing. Actually, with my full drawing, I have no idea what to put my face on. But also, I will look at them separately, which again will be like the long bit at the end. For this thumbnail, again, this sky variation, which of anime, which again the colors mixing together, and this white little dot, which again I start doing way more often. Again, it does make stuff look much better. It's like very amazing thing to do with these white dots in the eyes. But also unique colors, yeah, also interesting. But my casual art style will probably not use it. It's like way too much details. Yeah, plus, okay, I don't know, maybe could. Maybe I will vote to this state. But also I would say too much details. Once again, for username, okay, for usernames I didn't do much stuff. Mostly I come up with better stuff. Love forever. It was when I was using the idea of the characters for username. But also I was not thinking what the characters actually call themselves. I would say for positive stuff he probably just come up with a bunch of random names, depends on the games he played. But I'll say whatever he come up, it was already taken. So he just had to just laugh for life, and it's like just keep with him. For Greedy himself also decided to do him an original outfit, but for other characters you can look at their own unique outfits. Okay, in this game I think there are like 3 outfits, which I can Terra have, the Lamar and Mother with Sophia. I decided to do only one outfit because I kind of want to cheat with reusing stuff, like using the hat and using the outfit. But mostly, like I would say, the Horny, Greedy and both of me will only wear a unique outfit. With, oh yeah, the file was corrupted there. I need to remember to cut it. So yeah, one of my files got corrupted and I kinda needed to re-record it. So basically again, it was for next, I didn't show the name for Greedy self. You'll see it later. I think it was, I honestly don't remember. I just remember those very unique names. Again, with names I was just picking up for the character's basis. I just was speaking for this character basis. So kinda that was what I was doing. But also, I don't know, like lots of stuff to say. Man, I kinda lost my thoughts actually. Okay, what can I say? Bloody hell, I kinda lose my thoughts. There's not much concern again for... Bloody hell, again I will do the yes, the text right there, but again I want to look at them separately. Try to do this flyer, try to recreate costume fully, but again with minus details because I want to do lots of detailing. Once again for the characters, I would say Greedy, the Void self and Negative self are pretty much similar. Well, okay, maybe Negative self is like being negative and him being like grumpy. But again, I would say with lots of characters, actually with Void self I kinda want him to stand stoically, like Greedy moody me. But again, he talk way more. But his talk is like very emotional and very logical and basis. And again, with him, I don't know, like again, for the sketch person nicknames, I want to look at them separately to bloody remember that much better. Those for characters work, they all bloody the same. Okay, not all bloody the same, but mostly the... Oh yeah, the moody me, the negative me will just hold his ties, say his tie is very long. Because in this game the ties are way longer than I usually do for his character. Okay, kinda for his character I don't do him open short. In this game the characters have open short. Okay, maybe I can do the close short. But again, I just decided to do a close short. And here, we notice the tie is very long. Because again, it's like the longest tie I see in my life. I think like the longest tie I have is I go to this blue part of my short. It's never freaking go to this black part. This black part was never been touched by my tie. Also bloody wear tie on this short. No, I'm just getting close to it idea. Actually, let me put my hair. Man, for some reason, okay. I used to have very long hair, but now for some reason they all go to back of my head. I need to freaking... Yeah, bloody bad, what the hell? Okay, it's kinda in my eyes. Well, better have it in my eyes than not having them at all. But again, for names and nicknames and quick catchphrases, I will tell them about them separately. I will talk about them separately because I want to talk about them separately. And now here's come the best part. The horny me do not wear anything, so I just make a sex joke. So yeah, it's dating sim. He's horny. He just skipping the date part, going straight to reproduction part without reproduction. And that's exactly the same joke I did for him. Kinda lowering him and kinda doing what Lord Bung did with this Pelvis line. So kinda also have the same humor. Yeah, man, I bloody like this scene. I find it funny. I'm horny. I'm that bloody horny. But on this note, here's my all characters together. Must look at them separately right already now. I have a separate version for everyone, each of them. So we have the Love Forever. Most I say positive me will not name himself the... Yeah, I mean, depends on the game, he will name himself funny ways. He's like the part of me which is again creative naming. For his catchphrase, I will never wear school uniform, because I bloody hate uniform. I generally hate suits. Okay, how much hate? I hate suits in a situation where the suit is not needed, like when you're on concert and you're wearing suits. Metal Family. The guy who make deal with Chap. And for, okay, like there's also information with his favorite dating place and his favorite characters. For characters, I have no idea who characters in this game. And for dating place, anyway, I would say he's like not picky at all. For that stuff, nothing much can say. So for next character, Greedy Me, 100 Guy T. Okay, it's kinda, his name was supposed to be a joke on 100% me. So kinda because I'm 100%ish, I would say my greedy self is this 100% guy. He's do games for 100%, he's obsessed with games. And obsessed with anything, and being sure he watch everything and react to everything. He also this part of me which is sad when stuff get cancelled or deleted. And I want to know everything about you, his pickup line. But again, for dating place, his favorite dating place, let's say, okay, arcade. Arcade, yeah, it's game and that stuff, or movies. No, not movies. He probably like to hang out at house, read manga, and watch anime, shows, that stuff, etc, etc. But for his shoot, okay, I didn't comment on, okay, I did this cross for positive self, and for 100 Guy T, he will be like, yes. I also decided to show his inside of the hood. Once again, being original, creative, whatever. Also, like his lowest one, because again, he's low. Also, the next character will be Void Self, and for his joke, he always called himself ABC. But again, in this game, this will be taken nickname, so he decided to put Q there. And mostly, do whatever you want. Again, his iconic line, he type of person who would say that. Again, most for him, he's just standing statically and talking. Basically, whatever he will do, always. The next will be Silent Prince. Again, I would say the moody mules go with cute nicknames. And again, because he doesn't talk, it's just a bunch of dots. Okay, actually, what self will don't have a favorite dating place, so take him whatever you want to take him. He just follow you. The moody self will probably like this, I would say, silence place, like totally not freaking concerts and not movies. Maybe like a park or that stuff. Just whatever it's like most peaceful. Like he like being in a peaceful state. The negative will always use his real name. And also without the me part, but negative, and I'm not sure about this long tag. Also again, his favorite dating place will be just his house. And mostly for him, he will be holding his tie. Which again, an interesting fact that his position is pretty different enough. And the next will be skip to third base. Pretty self-explanatory, he will always go with these horny names. And again, let's turn that date seems into hentai, so no, his catchphrase was not this one. I think I totally like thought about this one. Let's keep this one. Yeah, it's for the name. I did it for the name. So let's turn this anime into hentai. It's pretty freaking iconic line. And again, the same as this bot bone, I don't know its name. The nipples, the hair on the chest, the belly button, and again pelvis line. Also put him slightly low to make this pelvis line make more sense, and then that stuff. Also, I kind of was scared that YouTube will block this video. Well, you cannot see nothing. Plus, again, it will be shrink, so it will be pixelated, and there's nothing there. Well, there is something there, but you cannot see it. I don't know, it's a picture, looking for this card. So it's totally hidden. And his favorite dating place will be his room. On this note, man, and that's all. So let's go to the next funnel, which will be for the king. And I'm not bloody recording. Since when I'm not recording? And you will hear it in my real voice. Bloody hell, I did this mistake. Bloody freaking hell. I did the same mistake twice. And I was drinking the cup, you can totally hear my cup. I'm not re-recording it. You just get used to the fact that you just hear my voice on my phone camera. Luckily it was bloody at night and it was freaking quiet. I know there was mosquitoes, but I will not do the same mistake again. Although it's not the first time I did the same mistake of not recording my audio on this side. It was happened with Sunset Paradise. It was happened with with some there was just deleted clips. I don't know, I think it's happened enough times. And sometimes I did re-record, but I'm not re-recording this one. So for the king, again it's game which again I thought I found understand this game. Just to realize that I don't. I freaking don't understand this game at all. This game is beyond my understanding. I will always get surprised with this game. It's hard. I need to plan it. I need to be careful. I need to freaking understand this game at the it's possible to understand the game at the first time, especially when it's picking your first RPG, and this RPG have a rule of you dying and you start from the beginning. Okay, maybe I can like load one of my saves, but I want to play this game fairly how it was meant to be played. Because again, I don't know, I always complain about games being hard and being easy. How I like the hard games and how I like the easy games. So kinda like a solid middle ground, so I'm fine for the team being the hard game. Once again, in this game, kinda I learned some mechanics, but then introduced to the new mechanics, like for the start the healing stuff, which you need to use the grass, the bosses who stack now much more, and again the fact that my future location are higher level than my character, so I need to level up. Maybe stop being a bitch. I'm like such a pussy in this game. I don't know, I fight characters, but I fight characters when I know that I will win. There's like characters who low level than me, characters who not in the big groups. And most right now, I don't have those. I have characters who like the higher level than me, and they stuck together. They will fight as a team, and they all higher level than me. Maybe I like can like lower the standard where with like one character who on the same level as me, I can still fight it. I don't know, like I need to freaking get good at this game and level up as well. But it's hard to get good in this game. I cannot level up because for level up I think I need to kill a creature who higher level than me or the same level as me. But those creatures freaking stuck together. Nah, it's a bro. We will freaking fight together. I just hit them. And although the tents, there will also be bunches. And plus again, it will be bunches of creatures unknown to me. Plus again, I think they will be the same level as the guy who says the level. I don't know, like the new area is much higher level. I don't know, kind of did return to the Beastman. So I guess I don't know how level in this game work. So the characters it will be Bill who going mad, Auro who was just injured but again being tough, and Merrick who's smoking a pipe. It was intentionally with joke. Once again, this thumbnail is not so great. It also didn't get me much views. But again, expected. Although I kind of feel people like this game. I don't know, like, it's an interesting case. I will talk about it later. But on this note, man, it's like very simple thumbnail. Again, it's mostly this thumbnail to just to get thumbnail done. And also the character look completely different from what they did before. Or Bill can look the same. Aura, I did feel like this unique feature of the game, which again, I couldn't put into my drawing project. And again, maybe Hells can look different, but mostly for that stuff, they'll look bloody different. So on this note, the next thumbnail, let's go right bloody now. This thumbnail is very cool. But then again, it's like a thumbnail of my old days. It's purple, meat, some extras and Demoman. Okay, so this thumbnail I set to turn my old days. The old days when I used to find the image and try to be close to this image as close as possible. Because I want to learn how to draw, and again, kind of want to be a chameleon artist. It's a new term I learned, which again mean being able to recreate someone else's art style. Which again I think was done for the Batman comics, where he like travel around with different dimensional Batmans. And that's it. Well, okay, I'm not the type of person who can create art style. Because again, when it's art style, I can totally have lots of difference when I animate it. When it's person, it's still bloody different, so I'm not even close to being chameleon. But again, I would say it's like a good code for artists. So for this one, I just have to remember the old days, because again, in the old days, I used to find this image, and this Demoman was one of those images I want to do. He was one of those characters I want to do in this, my chameleon. But I changed my way of channel to more original drawings. But since I'm reacting to this video now, I decided to return to old stuff. Decided to freaking finish the drawings, which again I kind of want to do a very long time ago. It's kind of me drawing the Demoman in his sitting position. Okay, I obviously cut some details because again I don't do 100%, plus again I need this farm. Again, I did put lots of work in this farm now. Okay, let's say minus with legs and proportions, because I bloody have this minus with legs and proportions. Those for other stuff, they look bloody amazing. This farm now look amazing. Oh, with magic, oh yeah, nah, even with magic it looks great. Although with magic I tried to do his side builds. Like he have this haircut which again goes shorter the down it go. It's time for the Joker have a new hair queen. Which again does not suit him at all. Can look bold. I don't know, it's this hairstyle. Can look much better with his hair being wet instead of him being like this groomed. But he wet his hair. Like have this curly artist. And this hair going different direction, like him deadlock, so how you can move forward. But in this thumbnail, yeah man, again, very simple thumbnail, try to be close to the original one. It's kind of realistic face, which again I kinda did learn how to do. And I would say there will be maybe bad days when I suck at this one. I was also did the magic. Well, magic, I don't know what can say. Not much can say actually. For backgrounds, okay, the backgrounds is like full. There's like a fence. There's a building. I decided to cut it. Decided to do like building from much closer perspective, kind of pull the building closer. And but also did not do the fence because the fence will be like some extra work. Was kind of raise the chair slightly up, or maybe like down. I tried to create this elevation effect. I did the ladder. And also I removed some bottles, because again I don't do lots of stuff, because again it's a thumbnail, you can need to upload it on the same day when I finish this thumbnail. Because I don't know, I can like make thumbnails in advance, I make thumbnails on the same day and the video is about to get uploaded. Although again I said it could be possible delay. Oh sorry for burping. And here comes the medic. For medic it took me some time to realize how to do him perfectly, because again I want to do the side turns. But then after updating this idea, okay, not fully updating the original, I thought about this idea. Yeah, I will do it in the gradient tools and then make it more translucent. But I didn't find a way to make it look nicer, so I decided to fully abandon this idea. But again, he still looked great. Then again the gloves, him given this bottle. Again I removed the writing from this bottle because again I didn't want to do like full shit ton of details. I decided to do slightly looking amazing. Also like remove some details which again I didn't find like very necessary. Like this writings on the food, this fencing, this full cut, this full mapping of this area. I decided to remove it. For skin colors, okay, it's also nothing I want to talk about skin, but I will talk about the other drawings of my bunch, today bunch. So maybe I will soon take a break. No, I will take a break and maybe return to you in the morning. Or maybe, yeah, maybe in the morning. Why the hell I'm doing this with my arms? Okay, I'm doing this fence, I thought maybe I'll finish. Yeah, I know, I'm finishing. I'm finishing. So here's the Demoman. Okay, I can elevate it, I move the bottle. I mean, I actually talked to you about everything I did in this drawing. Again, it's always explanatory. Again, this drawing is me being chameleon. There's not much of the thinking process. Although I kinda did the glass bluish, because again I want to do this glass effect. I think originally I want to do exactly how it's looking in the animation, but again, I was not working with this one, so I decided to do what I would do. A glass, translucent bluish with this red liquid. And as for that stuff, okay, I kinda did the shadowing, but I did not kill the shadows, or gradient. Again, my typical white eyes, this little on the face, this little white on the nose, little dark in the head, and also again the crotch will build this dark lines and again the magic arms. As for other stuff I didn't do, okay, yeah, I didn't do also great. And again we've been expressing you in the form of comics, which again I had his legs because I really did like the way his legs look on this leg. But also keep some visible color parts. But on this note, next bundle, let's go red blooding now. Okay, so I'm back from the break. Kinda took it way longer because I overslept. And once again, soon I have to go to the hospital for a couple, okay, other 1 week. Either more, either less. I hope less. But also I gave you more. Also, okay, on this note, it was... okay, first of all, it's like Battle of Wesnoth, which again, this panel proved me a very interesting point. I have no idea which video and which thumbnail will work. Because whenever I think the video, it's a good video about the good game, and I make a very nice thumbnail, but the video gets 0 views. Well, not 0, like 3. I would say my lead still will be always 3. It's like the smallest number. I don't think I have like 0 views. So on next note, it will be... no, there was 0 views when I have no popular fans, but now I think there's like someone who's watching me. And will at least watch 3 videos. Okay, that's actually one of them actually me, so no, it's like 2 videos. Because again I also like have to put writing on the game and I have to check if it get uploaded. People have to go to this YouTube when you put games, link in the recommendation and show you games. And here's the case, Battle of Wesnoth. It's a game I never... okay, there will good example be Sonic, the game I think I will freaking like. And the fact I did nice-ish thumbnail. Well, the thumbnail consider nice and maybe would click on it. In this video, it was Battle of Wesnoth, which again, I think it have a unique fan base, but I think it's like not big. Although I think I was just proven wrong. And what's this thumbnail? Okay, this thumbnail isn't so bad. There were times there was some poor thumbnail, which again gets lots of attention of people. This thumbnail, I would say it's decent. It just looks nice. I actually like this thumbnail. But yeah, you know, maybe I have not to complain, but I didn't expect this video to get lots of views. But I did get lots of views. It's get 20. Which again, I know I have videos which have way more views. but I would say 20 in a short period of time is like bloody amazing. It's just like period of time. Some videos they get views during some long period of times, and others they get views right bloody now. It's get 20 after I freaking uploaded it. Up to this day it's 20. It's bloody shocking. I guess people just like this game that much. I don't know, I also enjoy this game. I would say this game enjoyable, but also I'm like a consumer, so who will get it. To the point of this thumbnail, I was fighting elves, and I used to play as elf, so they will be filming of me fighting my allies. And me stabbing elf in the chest. Also decided to go with laser, well, just DV visual from the back, him stabbing himself. Also said problem with this drawing, I couldn't figure out how to draw a sword. Because first of all, reference images in the internet usually have them in the holding position, like this, like that, like that. I want the shot going straight through, something like holding it like this and like pushing through. Stuff like this one. Again, I never draw and have no idea how to draw. I didn't find any reference image, so try to do something. Let's say maybe it's like a very funny position. Maybe. Kinda. It's like funny position. The plasma source is pretty bendy. I don't always have problem connecting stuff and the behind stuff. So basically stabbing the elf in the chest and being very sorry about this one. It was actually, okay, I will not say I was sorry for this whole game. Kinda was not wanting to invade them and kill them. But after they started attacking me, I kinda realized, and it's like I think I'm doing games. Surprisingly, in games I'm very peaceful. Well, I'm also very peaceful in life. You don't really like go wild when there's like some triggers. But mostly, even in games, I like don't just go kill people. Like, I always have the moment of the doubt, the moment of, do I really want to do that? And I realize I have no choice, so... Yeah, okay, me killing people is other, I have no choice, I have to kill them. I accidentally do this. Or I'm just pissed off and I don't pay attention to the people at all. So kinda like this, like on the case when I actually kill people. Once again in GTA, I remember there was a case when a guy was shooting at me, I decided just to bail, because again I can't steal his vehicle. And then there was a moment when Trevor started to fight with a bunch of people, they were running and whatever become my enemies, and I didn't just decide to shoot them. But actually, the first level I died. I had need to start shooting people who I attacked myself. But on this note, yeah, that's it. No choice, I have to kill elves. Or maybe I can just go straight to the black part of the map and like see this intruder. But then I'll be vulnerable and being taking damage. Maybe some of my teammates even would die. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But on this note, the next one will be for Cass Vanderpool and lots of his animation. Okay, so here comes the Cass cartoon. So for Cass I have 3 ideas. Draw myself with the characters in the art of this demon, like Dutch for demon or something Dutch for salesman. Which again will be drinking cola and then be in shock, and maybe like make a grimace reference. Then the second idea was to draw myself as this Panther Cups. I won't draw myself as Panther Cup, like if I was in this animation. But then it's kinda cringy and I don't know. And I decided to go with Crash and also a result of what I do usually. Well, used to do. It's Chameleon. So Chameleon the pro Crash, and also it's bloody nice. I decided what I decided. Yeah, I decided that my point of self would be freaking eating Crash. And that was the idea like I would attract him, he would turn slowly into me. But also he bite me, so I'm also turned into Crash. But I decided to change this idea to full me project me just consuming the Crash flesh. Also I would say draw Crash bloody amazing. Just like did slightly different, I decided to give him a little bit twitch in his eyes. Kinda want to do something with his smile, make it look more terrifying, but I decided to keep it only with eyes and the eyebrows to see that he is freaking terrified. Also, giving him like a ripping flash, but then decided to make it more friendly. For me, I decided to draw an art style of Cass with, okay, I slightly changed it for my, well, okay, what I use for Cass is his art style for the Cup cartoons. I decided to do his, I don't know, average art style. I decided first of all change my nose to more potato nose, the ears, and that's kinda it. Decided to me bloody grabbing the Crash and like bloody eating it, so kinda removing the arm. Okay, I want to make it more bloody, but then change my thoughts on this area. First, for this panel, I would say maybe this arm look pretty weird, because mostly there's no place for me to put this arm. Because I think if I hold it like this, the bit strong closing effect. I decided to like, he will do it like this and grab for the tips. And that okay, will grab for the crotch. Once again, for this one, It's kind of unique body position, but kind of wasn't expecting this to be because I kind of hiding lots of body behind the crash. Go back and try to be close to the background so his cage with some more unique. And just notice there are lots of these pinkish slash pinkish colors mixed with grayish. And I will also gradients too with that. On this note, there's not much concern. I would say this is pretty nice fun. This is very nice fun, but it does not get any views. But I didn't expect to get any views, so kind of corrected. But on this note, the next thumbnail will be for HELLUVA boss. Yeah, we'll jump to HELLUVA boss very quickly. Two HELLUVA video in one thumbnail video. Well, because man, we will upload lots of them. It's because the previous video was season 1, which again was made already. And was not able to upload because of some copyright issue. But on this note, let's go right body now. Okay, so next one will be Moxie being dressed in his dress and me saying, why are you doing this to yourself? And me holding me saying, why he doing this to me? I have to Russian page. Also, when I was drawing this, I can notice the out of context here. Because some people could say that talking about him dressing this way, but I thought it was fine with him dressing this way. And so I just saying for action he is in this episode, because in this episode he was the cringiest as hell. And I'll be honest, as Moxie is my favorite character. Because after seeing him being badass, man, I want Moxie to be badass. I mean, I want the full team being capable of something unique and being capable. But then seeing Moxie and his breaking point and his obsession can it show a little more of his personality, his insecurities, that stuff. The Lynch was the guy who was talking about this one and who make a good example, look and good talk. Plus Moxie does seem like a person who can have this quality. Not really, but man, okay, I was not surprised by Moxie acting this way. Not really. It's not like super out of character. It's like his slightly standardization with mutation. But mostly again, we'll just accept that Moxie sometimes wants people's attention. Which again would be nice. But on this note, not much again. In this episode, actually I would say it's like my 4th favorite episode. I like this episode from the start. Without even the sex scene happening. And the sex scene, it's kind of make it solid. But plus again, we meet the deceased, was nice comedy, and an interesting plot. Again, like Moxie make me literally be in pain. But again, it's like showing more upside of the character. It shows that they are not one-dimensional, like Moxie is not just pure good, he also have lots of bad quality. And I'm not talking about bad quality for the assassin, I'm talking about quality of the human being. Caring about what other humans being think. But it's not, it's like very simple. Again, mostly reuse, again, cameling. Actually, this Moxie looks pretty decent. Although I think I was being able to draw Moxie. Although, man, there's like lots of angles where Moxie I can draw. There's like a full library of angles I can use. Actually, I think we're very capable with like a full library of them appearance and how they look from different angles. I don't know, just usually I don't go with the fully. But most of this Moxie is decent. But for next thumbnail, it will be thumbnail for my gameplay session of memory only. And again, this thumbnail is decent. On this note, let's go to this thumbnail right bloody now. I memory only again, but I practically do nothing per episode. I like go to new location, examine everything in this location, talk to like important character. Like would say with latest episode I talk to Turing and have a full-time conversation. And this one it will be Majid. Majid, I'm still trying to remember. So basically, voiced by Joshua Tomar, looking highly like Joshua Tomar, and having this daddy energy as Joshua Tomar. We just talk about him and that stuff. Mostly, man, he just told me what his name, what he from, his history, and some story of the bar. Then plus he gave me some drinks, stole my tea, gave me some cotton candy, and then took my tea back to me. And that stuff. Most for this funnel, again find the picture of his from a video. I try to make illusion of my Decadon being drunk laying on the table. But the original kind of thought this drunk will be big, like there will be chair, there will be the stool, and again something bigger. But I think I decided to go with less details, mostly again drawing to focus on Majid. Well, some minuses, maybe I gave him like way bigger neck. I don't know, I think he looked pretty how he look in the game. Minus the eyes, well maybe because it's all pixely and I don't do pixel stuff. For that stuff for Techadon, I decided to draw his back of the head and his hood and the one arm which again will lay like this one. But I didn't do his full body. Although I kind of was thinking maybe like lift his head and he will talk to the sky. But I decided to like fully drunk on the table hitting the desk. And for background, decided to be close to what the original background is, with colors and pixels and mostly what backend I used to have. As for this one, man, not very much. This drawing is pretty simple. Again, in my mind I have like a way big drawing. But then my laziness win and I make something more simpler for the thumbnail to be fast made. And plus consider the fact I also making this video after I make this thumbnail. So kinda, the second I make this thumbnail, I put it on my montage for this video and react to it right now. So it's like was made only yesterday. And for yesterday it shall be. For next thumbnail, I don't know, it's like nice thumbnail. I kinda use gradient tool but only on Mojit. For myself I don't use any gradient tools. Plus for the backend I didn't use any gradient tools. I don't know, I use, okay, it's not really gradient, it's just different color. So the joke will be, because I wanted a tea, now I'm laying freaking waste on the table. Although I did not just have tea, I also have something which have punch in it and cotton candy. Again, just sound like punch. Just slightly sweeter. Honestly, this drink will be weird. I bet it's like pure decoration, who knows. And green tea, which again, I also noticed that like something like Tokyo tea. I never heard of Tokyo tea. Maybe it's an alcoholic tea, or maybe it's just another name for the tea, or some specific variant of the tea. You know, maybe I'll ask for the next time. Okay, maybe I'll go ask some more drinks to check what they are, because I am curious slightly more. A quick check will be not kill me. For next time will be fun for this video. It's very fast, it's very simple, and again mostly lazy, but on purpose. Let's go right bloody now. Okay, next one will be done is this art of stick figures without using any tools, or like only moving tools and drawing tools. Most for this one I decided to do my active step and like most pretty fast style, and he acknowledged that his method is pretty fast style. Like with the comment. And also it's a live comment because sometimes when I make a shitty drawing, I also put characters pointed out that they are done shitty. Like when I did something bad, I would say characters will talk about them being bad. So kinda instead of like fixing it, I kinda ignoring it and then saying, yeah, trying to turn it intentional. This one was purely intentional to be made poorly. Honestly, for this thumbnail probably will not get attention. Although my latest video of thumbnails get lots of attention. For this one, I'm not sure. But it does have this text. I don't know, like I should stop expecting, because when I expect I just either wrong, either not. But again, most I think when I'm not wrong, it's in the video. I don't know, I think there were cases where I was correct and I was wrong, but again, most of our video get popular, a video will not get popular, so I cannot not even pretend to know what the video will work. I have no idea what the hell does you want. That's ironic, because when I think I know what you want, I turned out to be wrong. But on this note, there's not much I can say. On this note, again, maybe we'll not upload for, okay, for this channel, yeah, I'm going to the hospital, so upload will be delayed. For how much, I'm not sure. Also, my hiatus is still not sure, and also on this note, there's not much I can say. So just go to my social media, go to my other channels, go to my Patreon, go to my Coffee, go to my other stuff. I have lots of stuff, you just have to find me. And on this note, just have a nice day, or all that's good. Bye bye.